In this lesson, we will talk a little bit more about the food in Ayurveda and the 6 tastes. As I mentioned earlier, yoga is a main branch of Ayurveda lifestyle. They go hand in hand. Ayurveda recommends right diet, right exercise, and proper rest to maintain a healthy body and mind. Naturally, our internal systems need exercise to digest the food we eat and enough sleep to get time to regenerate and replace the cells with the nourishment received from the food. The mind also needs right diet, exercise, and rest in the same manner as the body does. Thoughts are our mental food. As the food digests in the stomach, our thoughts are processed in our heart region to generate feelings and are then stored in the solar plexus region as primary emotions. When we practice yoga with the base of Ayurveda through the right exercises or yoga asanas, we can constantly cleanse, heal, and prevent our body and mind from diseases. According to Ayurveda, there are 6 tastes, and each of which should be included in a balanced diet. The 6 tastes are sweet, sour, salty, pungent, bitter, and astringent. Each of the tastes is made of combination of the 2 of the 5 elements. Sweet taste is found in sugar and carbohydrates. It promotes a sense of contentment and is associated with the emotion of love. It is made of the elements of earth and water. Sour taste is found in fermented food and acidic fruit. It is a stimulant and is associated with the emotion of envy. It is made of the elements of earth and fire. The salty taste is found in table salt or rock salt and seaweed. It is associated with the emotion of greed. It is made of the elements water and fire. Pungent taste is hot and found in hot spices like red pepper or ginger, and it is associated with the emotions of hatred. It is made of the elements of air and fire. Bitter taste is found in some herbs like aloe vera, golden seal, and is associated with the emotion of grief and disappointment. It is made of the elements of air and water. Astringent taste is found in some herbs. It is associated with the emotion of fear, and it is made of the elements of air and earth. Ayurveda has laid down various norms of consuming food for us. So these are some of the important points that we can try to follow as much as possible. Let's have a look so we can take the food on time. So not skipping meals, eating at regular times during the day, every day as possible. Consuming only habituated food, or the food that is grown in your region where you grew up. The food that is clean, unpolluted, and hygienic. The food should be consumed in a wholesome way, without being refined or processed. The food should be warm and light and unctuous. While eating food, we should be attentive to it. So maybe saying a prayer before eating the food, taking a few slow breaths, taking time to smell the food, to taste it without rush. The food should contain all the 6 Ts. We should not eat too fast or too slow. It is important that before meals we wash our feet, hands and face, or maybe take a bath. Usually food is offered first to the elders and the dependents, and offered to the ancestors as well. You should think of the suitability of the food that is being served. Do not despise the food. Do not talk or laugh while eating the food. So this all means that we should eat in a good company with our friends or family in a positive environment, and preferably eating in silence, which helps the digestion. The food shouldn't be consumed too dry or too cold. It should not be contaminated or too hot. And it should not have too much vegetables in it. So the appropriate amount. Everything in Ayurveda is in moderation. The food should be prepared freshly and consumed straight away every time. So avoiding reheating the food or consuming any leftovers. Should avoid mixing raw and cooked foods together. It is preferable to eat fruit separately 2 hours between main meals. And drink water half an hour before eating the food and 2 hours after eating the food. It is okay to take a herbal tea, no more than a cup after the meal for digestion, for the improvement of the Agni function. We should try to use the mealtime as our mindfulness meditation. Bless the food that we eat and give thanks to it. Think about where the food has come from, how it has been grown and harvested, who prepared the food, was it prepared with love? All these factors are important because we're taking it all into ourselves, into our body.